Praise be to Jesus. Well, hi again, everyone. Charles here with you. Um, well, something was just posted. There's a interview with Archbishop Vigano. So let me start reading at least some of this to you. There's quite a bit here. I'm not going to read it all, but I'll give you some taste of what's being said here. Um, the following interview is between Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano and Aldo Maria Valli, the reporter with whom Vigano originally planned the publication of his allegations against Pope Francis and several high ranking Vatican cardinals. Um, okay, so, Monsignor, how are you doing? Thanks be to God, I am doing very well. With great serenity and peace in my conscience, this is the reward of truth. The light always conquers the darkness. It cannot be suppressed, especially for the one who has faith. Therefore, I have much faith and hope for the church. How do you judge the various reactions to the publication of your memoir? Excuse me. As you know, the reactions are contradictory. There are those who cannot stop looking for places to draw poison with which to destroy my credibility. Someone even wrote that I was hospitalized twice with compulsory treatment, TSO, for drug use. There are those who imagine conspiracies, political plots, plots of every sort, etc. But there are also many articles of appreciation, and I had the chance to see messages from priests and faithful people who are thanking me because my testimony has been for them a glimmer of new hope for the church. What is your response to those who, in these hours, are objecting that you must have motives of personal rancor against the Pope, and that it is for this reason that you decided to write and circulate your memoir? Perhaps because I am naive and unaccustomed to always think well of people, but above all, I recognize that this is in fact a gift the Lord has given me. I have never had feelings of revenge or rancor in all these years when I have been put to the test by so many slanders and falsehoods spoken against me. As I wrote at the beginning of my testimony, I have always believed that the hierarchy of the Church should have found within itself the resources necessary to heal all the corruption. I wrote this also in my letter to the three cardinals who were assigned by Pope Benedict to investigate the Vatileaks case, a letter that accompanied the report I gave them. Many of you I wrote knew, but you remained silent. At least now that you have been given this assignment by Benedict, you may have the courage to report accurately what has been revealed to you about so many situations of corruption. Why did you decide to publish and circulate your testimony? I spoke because now, more than ever, corruption has spread to the highest levels of the hierarchy of the church. I asked the journalists, why are they not asking what happened to the cache of documents that, as we all saw, were delivered to Castel Gandolfo to Pope Francis from Pope Benedict? Was that all useless? It would have been enough to read my report and the transcript that was made of my deposition before the three cardinals charged with the investigation of the Vatileaks case, and then he names these people, in order to begin some cleaning up in the Curia. But do you know what Cardinal Haranz said to me when I called him from Washington, concerned that so much time had passed since the investigation commission had been named by Pope Benedict, and still no one had contacted me. We were speaking together, and I said to him, "Don't you think that maybe I too have something to say concerning my letters, which were published without my knowledge?" He responded to me, "Ah, if you really want to." I'll read a little bit more. How would you respond to those who are saying that you are a crow or one of the crows of the origin of the Vatileaks case? I am a crow. As you have seen with my testimony, I usually do things in the light of day. At the time, I was in Washington and I definitely had other things to think about. On the other hand, it was always my habit to immerse myself completely in my new mission. This was what I did when I was sent to Nigeria. I no longer read the Italian news, so much so that after 6 years, when I was recalled to work in the Secretary of State by St. John Paul II, it took me several months to reorientate myself, even though I had already worked in the Secretary of State for 11 years from 1978 to 1989. All right, well, this is a really, I'm going to stop reading here. I read maybe about half of it, so if you want to finish reading it, you can go to the link in the description box. Enjoy your day, and we'll talk to you next time.